This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Saravanan, who is going to take this TrueClient protocol training for you guys. Um, Before going into the demo session, I just want to get the confirmation from you people. You are able to hear my voice properly, right? And you are able to see the screen as well.
The screen, nothing, but we are able to hear you.
You are you're able to see Welcome to Isha Training Solution in your screen.
Yeah, we are able to see the screen and your voice.
Okay. Thanks for the confirmation. I'm able to see Arbab, Phil Kalbam, Rama, and Sai Krishna. uh, or the participant for the today's demo session.
Yeah.
See, what will I do? I'll give a small brief introduction about me, and then we'll get into a small brief of you people and your expectation about the session, so that when we are going for the training session, I can fulfill all your expectations. Say like there are people will say this is only related to my job. There are people will say this is related to my interview or the preparation something else. Okay, what will I do? I'll quickly introduce myself, and then we'll go a round of introduction about you people, and then I'll show you the small demo of TrueClient protocol. Okay. Okay. I'm Saravanan. I have 11 years of experience in performance testing. I know tools like LoadRunner, Jmeter, NeoLoad, Performance Center, Dynatrace, and AppDynamics. I worked in multiple protocols, multiple technologies, multiple accounts and projects. Um, my passion is to take the training session for the students because I just want to share my knowledge with the people. Um, yeah, that is about myself. We'll have a small, quick round of introduction about you people. I'll start from Arbab. Arbab, can you unmute yourself and then you tell yourself and then brief like what is the expectation, what your feel about this training.
Yeah, I'm taking this class for TrueClient Protocol as I'm doing a senior performance tester job, and I just know web HTML and web services. I took classes from Kumar earlier, so I wanna learn TrueClient tools, how to work on it and stuff. So because it's used in our work, so that's all.
Oh,
That's all.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, Arbab. Thanks for your information. Like Phil Colburn, can you unmute yourself and then brief yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my name is Philip Colburn. I used LoadRunner for a few years with HTTP web protocol and some web services, and lately I've been doing a little bit of TrueClient, and I want to be able to learn its full potential of all of its features and the capabilities, and that's my
Okay,
primary goal.
sure. Okay, Phil. How would I call you? Like Phil Colburn is full, or shall I call you as Phil?
Oh, just call me Phil.
Okay, thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Yep. Then Rama.
Hi, this is Ramakrishna. I'm basically into the more or less into the test manager role. So basically into functional testing only. I learned recently LoadRunner and a web protocol, and I just wanted to learn, as this protocol also TrueClient, so that I can work with the performance testing people along with me. Yeah.
Yeah, good to know, Rama. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you. Sai Krishna.
Yeah, I'm Sai Krishna. I'm working as a senior test engineer from the last 4 years in the LoadRunner tool. I just want to learn and enhance on the tool, so that's why I learned TrueClient Protocol.
Okay, okay. Good to know, Sai Krishna. And I think one more person joined now. Is it Isha? Isha, could you please unmute yourself and then brief yourself, Isha? Isha, Isha, you're able to hear my voice?
Hello.
Yeah. Isha, could you please brief yourself, Isha? I'm able to hear you.
Yeah. Hi. I'm Irshad. Yeah, I have like 3 years experience in LoadRunner, working in HTTP TrueClient. HTML protocol. So I want to learn this TrueClient protocol also. So joining this meeting.
Okay, okay. Very
Yeah.
warm welcome. And yeah, Hari Krishna. Hari Krishna, could you please unmute yourself and then brief yourself? Okay, looks like we are not getting any response from Hari Krishna. Without further delay, I'll quickly move on to our today's topic, like micro focus load runner TrueClient protocol, which is very uh, developing protocol in the protocol list, because we know a lot of protocols are available in LoadRunner, right? Like Oracle related protocol, SAP related protocol, mobile related protocol. Like that, we are having different protocols are available. Like that, LoadRunner TrueClient protocol is also very important protocol, because say when you are recording any application, okay, any application uh, which is actually working for STTP communication. That time, no, you don't have any problem. You can straight away use that HTTP HTML protocol to record that. But you feel that lot of correlations are involved. If I record a single page itself, I'm able to see some 5 to 6 correlations things are available. That time, maybe you have to think about TrueClient protocol, because TrueClient protocol will not have that much struggle to do that script preparation. Okay, when you are having this web HTTP HTML protocol, right? That time you may need to say, like, whether it is a socket level recording, or it is a WinINet level recording, or it is a combination of socket or WinINet. Like that, you have to look into a lot of things, and then you have to record the scenario in
Hello.
HTTP. But in TrueClient
Yeah,
protocol, I
there.
don't think you are going to face any problem. You are going to straight away record the application and see to that what is the parameterization you have to do, and then what is other custom things have to be performed in the TrueClient protocol. You can do the execution. That is the wonderful benefit when you are going to use the TrueClient protocol. You are
One
able
question
to,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we cannot do correlation in TrueClient protocol.
See,
Can we do?
they'll call it as correlation in TrueClient, but that is not correlation at all. It is the
Okay.
object identification and object handling. That is the term you have to use it in TrueClient protocol. But someone will say it is correlation, but
Okay.
object identification, because how will I say, in HTTP HTML protocol, that is
Yeah.
called as the transport layer communication. Okay,
Yeah.
transport layer communication. But here it is an object oriented communication. Here you
Oh.
need to check text box is there, button is there. Like that, you have to identify the objects in
So
TrueClient
if there
protocol.
are any dynamic values, so how TrueClient will capture?
That is what that is called as object identification. You have to either go by XPath or go
Okay.
by JavaScript or go by ID method, and then you have to go for the dynamic value capture. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
it is not actually dynamic value, it is object identification.
Okay.
Okay, see, how will I say, these dynamic values are embedded in the HTML. Example, if the HTML tags are there, no, there you are
Yeah.
going to identify the object in the way that I mentioned. It is ID method or the XPath method or a JavaScript method wherein you are going to use it and then identify the object.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And then why we are predominantly using this TrueClient protocol when compared to HTTP HTML protocol? People will ask this question either in the interview manner, or there are people will simply ask like, what? See, you have HTML HTTP protocol. Why don't you take that? Why you are using this TrueClient protocol? They will ask these questions and all. Okay, that time you can say TrueClient protocol nowadays it is more adaptive towards this latest JavaScript technologies. This Angular JS, Struct JS, React JS, lot of things are coming, right? Those are adaptable to TrueClient protocol when compared to the HTTP HTML protocol, because uh, we know very well we are working for these many years in performance testing. We are working in these many years in LoadRunner, right? Somebody can answer, will LoadRunner cover front end concepts? Will LoadRunner cover browser rendering and browser page painting and all? Anyone can answer this?
No, HTTP does not
Yeah,
capture response time from the client.
yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Because it is all HTTP communication. You will have a server level contact. That's all. Nothing is a browser based contact is available in the HTTP HTML protocol. So, see, when you're talking to a stakeholder or when you're talking to the customer, what customer will ask you? Please provide the end-to-end response time. End-to-end response time is nothing but including the browser rendering and browser page painting, everything, right? So till these days, prior to this, actually this name was earlier called as Ajax TrueClient protocol. Now they are making into TrueClient protocol because it is not only Ajax, it is now JavaScript, JSON, all these things are comes into the picture. Okay, so it is now TrueClient protocol. What traditionally the customers or the stakeholder used to ask us, they'll ask like, this is only giving server level information. I need to get the browser level information also. When will I get that? So earlier, traditionally, I was working in the version of 9 prior to that as well. Mercury, when it was in the Mercury, right? Till that days, I'm working with LoadRunner. So I know the pain and gain of using this tool. That time, we don't have any answer to defend ourselves to tell to the customer it will give the browser related metrics and all. No, that time we only give server level metric. Okay, server level metric in the sense before to the browser. Okay, now when this TrueClient protocol comes into the picture, right, we have all the metrics are available end to end, as is like web server, app server, DB server, along with the browser metrics are available. You guys are able to understand, right, what I'm saying?
So we get separate metrics like browser metrics separate,
No, it is not
or
called as separate.
including the response
Yeah,
time is included in that the browser.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
true. It means
Oh,
that it is not a separate metric, it is a inclusive of the front end metric. Okay, say that is the thing about this performance testing tools. See, traditionally how these performance testing tools are given, it is a holistic number, holistic response time. Okay, uh, that is the reason people are moving from these performance testing tools to APM tools or application performance monitoring or the management tools like Dynatrace, AppDynamics,
yeah.
CAAPM, Intelligent. Those tools are people are moving because these tools are only giving the holistic number, but these APM tools are giving a detailed response time of each and every layer, each and every tiers and nodes. That is a separate training that we are altogether having. But this tool, this performance testing tools will give you a holistic response time. Holistic response time comprises of end-to-end browser, server. All these things are coming. Irshad, did I answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't get your name.
What is it?
I didn't get your name. Sorry,
My name is Saravanan.
Saravanan. Okay,
Yeah, my name is Saravanan. Yeah.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Someone is having some question?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
web HTML scripts gives web server response also, right?
See,
That
that is what.
including the response time including web app DB server, right?
See, when it will you say there are two recording modes are there, right? URL mode and HTML mode. Okay. If you are
Yes.
going for URL mode, that time this JPEG call, PNG call, all these calls are separately recorded. Did you ever observe it, right? You
Yes.
observe like this image files and all separately called in the web URL, web
Yeah,
underscore
web
URL.
underscore image.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
but in HTTPS, in HTML mode, it is all recorded in a single custom request under the XRS file that calls will be appended. Okay. Say
Yes.
when you are recording a URL mode, that time only you are calling this JPEG, PNG separately. When you are replaying it, no, a separate request will be triggered to the server. Okay, that time
Okay.
maybe you are getting the web server content, right? These images, these JPEGs and all there in the web server. Okay, that time
Okay.
you are requesting it. That time that is a response time which is coming from the web server. Okay, say if you are
Okay.
using HTML mode, no, that
HTTP.
time these files are cached. These files are cached. No request will be triggered. No separate request will be triggered. Only the application logic only triggered to the application server. So that time your web server logic will be totally vanished. You are able to understand it.
Yes, yes, yes.
You are able to understand it, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it is all up to you how you are triggering your test. It is all up to you how you are triggering the test. Because there are people, there are people they will never go for URL mode of recording because they will say my response time is very high if I'm using URL mode. If I'm using HTML mode only, I'm getting more or less equal response time when I'm launching with the browser. People will have that kind of an understanding. Okay, they will say if I use URL mode, it is very high when I'm compared to the response time comparison. So it is up to you how you are going to take this execution. Whether you are going for URL mode or whether you are going for HTML. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Did I answer your question, Hari Krishna?
Yes, yes. So when we are going with HTML mode, so we are triggering only application server response time we are getting. When we are going with URL mode, so we will get application and web server response time as well.
Small correction here. When you are going for HTML mode, still you can get the web server response time. Only thing
No.
is you have to go to the runtime setting, browser
Mhm.
emulation. You change that to simulate new user every iteration. That
Yeah,
time
yeah, yeah.
you check that you can still simulate that response time.
Okay.
Okay, there is an option available. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I got it.
Yeah. Thank you. See, what is that happening? When we are executing the test and you are providing the report to the stakeholder, that time the
Okay.
developer will verify their log and they will say, you did a right test or you did a wrong test. There is a possibility. Okay. So that time people will say, why you are always requesting the web server to get this static content, JPEG, PNG, all these are static content. Why you are
Yes.
always requesting the web server? That time, no other go. You have to simulate like what is happening in the browser, right? Caching those content, so it will not request the web server very frequently. You are getting my point, right? So that is how your
Mhm.
implementation should be there. Okay. Did I answer your question, Hari Krishna?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, moving on to the TrueClient protocol again. So TrueClient, the wonderful feature available in TrueClient protocol is the front-end coverage as well. Front-end coverage is there. So whenever someone is asking you going forward, I need to get the front-end related metric as well. That time you can say, yeah, we have a protocol available in LoadRunner, which is nothing but TrueClient protocol, wherein you will get all these things like that. You can answer to them. That is how TrueClient protocol is there. And then these are the topics that we are going to cover as part, which is very extensive understanding of TrueClient protocol. I would say we are going to cover in detail, in depth of all these things, and also a lot of challenging stuffs I included in this course content. You can see handling dynamic table with TrueClient protocol, dialog box handling in TrueClient protocol, file upload scenario in TrueClient protocol, clear cache and cookie in TrueClient protocol. Like that, I covered the challenging stuffs also involved in that. It is not only plain coverage of the course. It is having the challenging stuffs also involved, because through my experience, I faced a lot of challenges throughout my career. No, whenever I'm going through this TrueClient protocol, I face a lot of challenges. I just want to share my experience, share my outcome solutions with the people. So I included all these things as part of the course content. So when we are covering this, I hope you guys will get to know a lot of challenging stuff. When you are completing this session, you will be professional in doing the TrueClient protocol scripting. Able to
Question.
understand what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, quick question. For the file upload scenario in TrueClient, is that referring to something similar to MQ?
No, is it not directly related to MQ? That is different. Actually, in LoadRunner there is a protocol available, MQTT. Okay, that one will answer to that. But this protocol, no, when you are file uploading, you are uploading say like files like image or something like that into the website, and then how we are going to handle that scenario. That is that.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. See what I'll do. I'll show you a quick demo of the tool.
One more
Since
question.
yeah,
What
please.
version of TrueClient will you be demoing?
See, today the demo is with 12.53, 12.53. Whichever, actually, you guys can tell me like whichever the version you want to have the session, training session. Will do that, because 2020, which is the latest version, 2020, and then the earlier stable version is 12.60, and then previous stable version is 12.53. That is the reason I'm explaining this session with the stable version, because there are a lot of patches has to be installed in 12.60, because I worked in a recent project, right there. It is not 12.60, it is 12.63. 3 patches you have to install it. So what did I do now? Today's session, I'm going to show you a demo with 12.53, which is very stable version. Okay.
12.53.
Yep.
Oh, that's the most stable version that your experience is the 5.3.
Yeah, which is a stable version. If you want me to go with the 2020 also, no problem.
No. That's okay. I agree with you. I think the 12.5.3 is also the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The thing is, I'm going to show you the small script preparation in TrueClient protocol. I'll say we'll have a small demo. One TrueClient protocol I'm selecting. Yeah. I hope most of the people in this forum are using LoadRunner. You know very well when you are creating a protocol, new protocol, you will directly click record button and then you will go for the script preparation. In TrueClient protocol, it is quite a similar one, but what they call it as is a develop script. Okay, develop script. When you are clicking the develop script, your window will be launching. From there, you are going to do your the script preparation. Okay, you have the browser selection available. You can select like Firefox, IE, Chromium. These are the browser things are available. Whichever the browser you are okay with, or whichever the browser your application is compatible with, you can select that and you can proceed further. Okay, say I can go with the default browser setting, and then there is a feature available in this TrueClient protocol. Convert into a web HTTP HTML protocol when you after you are preparing the TrueClient protocol. Okay, there is an option available to convert this TrueClient protocol into a web HTTP HTML protocol. Okay, that thing and all we'll see in the later part of the training session, because I will cover it extensively, like how you can do that part. For now, what I'm showing you is a small script preparation. I'm going to click develop script. Okay, this is a page, this is a window which will open after the develop script button click. You can see this is like the recording window now. That is what I mentioned you earlier. There in web HTTP HTML protocol, it is a transport layer communication. Say you are going to take only HTTP HTML request response, those stuffs. But in TrueClient protocol, it is an object layer, object level recording. So if say if I'm giving application, so this is a flight booking application, sample application, which is available in LoadRunner itself. So what I'm doing, I'm clicking a record button now. I'm clicking a record button, and then I'm pasting this URL. Click enter. Just after the enter button, you can see a line of information is recorded here. You're able to see visually like what is happening in the left hand side, and you can do what you are recording in the right hand side. Okay, so I'm giving username. Okay, and then I'm giving password. You can see each and everything is recorded. Each and everything is recorded. Left hand side, you can see what is happening. Okay, and then I'm selecting the flight. Okay, I just say like I want to change the departure or the arrival city to different place, and then I'm clicking continue, and then I'm saying like okay, I'm selecting the default one. Yeah, this is a payment one, which is a default one. Okay, like this, if I do know my flow got completed, I'm then and signing off from the application. So this is the basic recording flow. Okay, when we are going for our application training, that time we will have different flavor of recording I will be showing you, and I'm going to show you different examples. I also showed you in this the course content, right? A lot of different challenging things I mentioned it, right? So we will have that in the training session. So just after this recording, usually what we will do, just after this recording, I'm going to stop this recording. Okay, the recording got completed. In any protocol that you are working, any protocol in LoadRunner, first thing is, without doing anything, you have to replay the script. Without doing anything, you have to replay the script. So you can see whatever we did, which is happening in the right hand side. You are able to see visually what is happening, whatever the thing that we did. So make sure that same thing is able to simulate it or reproduce it when you are doing the replay. That is the only thing you have to see. You have to see. Okay, there are different features are available. Okay, only for now, what I'm going to show you a small piece of example. Okay. Okay, piece of example, like say I want to see, like I will expand these things. I will expand each and everything. There are different details are available. For now I don't want to explain all these things. When you are going for the training session, I will explain what each and every tab is doing. Okay, if when you expand each and everything, you can see what are all the details are available. If you go for arguments, if you are expanding the steps and arguments, you will get all these details. Okay, which URL you launched, what is the information that you are doing for each and everything. For now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see in the left hand side. In this space, I'm going to click it. In this space, I'm going to click it. What is happening? It is showing you whichever the way you can select this drop down menu. Whichever the way you are going to select this drop down menu. Okay, there are two options are there. We selected the option one. We selected the option one by selecting the Frankfurt drop down menu. There is one another option is available, which is this one, option 2. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm select this second option and then click back button. You can see now it is changed to option 2. It is changed to option 2. What I'm going to do, I'm going to expand this. And then I'm expand this step, and I'm going to expand this arguments. What it is saying, it is ordinal number 2. Ordinal number 2, which is a Frankfurt. When we are selecting Frankfurt, the ordinal number 2 it is selected. Okay, guys, any question you can stop me at any point of time. You can ask the question. Okay, this should be an interactive session. I always encourage people to have a dialogue. It should never be a monologue session. It should be a dialogue session. Wherever you find it little doubt, you can stop me at any point of time. You can ask your queries. Okay,
Quick question.
it is, yep.
You said that you need to record, you need to replay your recording several times. What is the purpose of that? Does it have anything to do with the end event?
See, there are times, this object identification will fail. You clicked on an image. Next time when the image got clicked, no, it may not work. So what you have to do, you have to replay it, making sure whatever you recorded is working fine in replay. Okay, so say an example, I'll tell you like this. When I showed this recording, right, I showed login and the business flow, and then I did the logout. Okay, say an example, I did not even do the logout. Do the logout. Okay, when I replay the script, the application is not properly logged out, so it will not log in again. If it is not properly logged out, it will not log in again properly, so the script will fail. So you have to make sure whatever the flow that you did is working fine. You're able to understand now?
Okay.
That is a purpose. So you have to make sure the recorded and replay things are working fine. If it is not working fine, you have to do the customization in the script. That is the reason I replayed this. Okay, did I answer your question?
Yeah, I just thought it had something to do with the application learning what the end event is to be able to be asynchronous to go to the next step.
Yeah, you need to make sure. See, you are recording step 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, step 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. While replay, if the step number 3 is not there in the application, obviously our script will fail. Correct? If the step 3 is not available, then the script will fail. So you have to investigate why the step 3 is not available. Did I do something wrong? Did I prepare a wrong script, or the application itself working like that? You have to do that investigation.
Okay, thank you.
Then only you have to proceed further. Okay? Yeah.
I have one question here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you change the ordinal value, some other number, it will automatically take the values of presented values in the drop down.
Yeah, I'm going to show that, Rama. I'm going to show that.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Simply, what I'm going to do, I'm changing the ordinal from 2 to 3. Okay, as Rama asked, I'm going to change that ordinal number. I'm saving the script and then I'm going to replay. Okay, you can see the same logging is happening. It is giving the username and password. It is checking the flight. Now instead of Frankfurt, it is selecting London. Did you able to see Rama?
Yes,
Rama, did you
yes.
see that?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I saw that. Yes.
Which means that we are changing this ordinals. We are changing this ordinals to make you change the drop down value as well. Change the drop down value as well. So, but you will ask me why I need to hard code this value. I'm simply changing the number, right? Simply changing the number to 2 to 3, which is like hard coding the value, right? I just want to get a random value from the drop down. I just want to get a random value from the drop down. What I can do, I can change. There is a simple method available in LoadRunner. Simple method available in LoadRunner. You can put this as 0. See, simply I put 0. Now you can see here something got changed. Select a random option from arrival city. No, if I remove this, no, it is changing something. If I put 0, what is happening? You are able to see the difference, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm again going to save this script and I'm going to replay the script. Save the script. Okay, I just want to show you. Yeah. It is replaying now. It is Sander one.
I think this is because a form is there, right? Can you expand that?
No, no, no.
Form 1 is there.
Like the script got hanged. Just a minute. Give me a second. No? I clicked too many times that start button. Yeah. Now we are into the proper place now. Okay. See, this is how the script will be recorded, but you cannot edit anything in this place because you can read it here. This is a read-only representation of the actual script. For edition, please press the develop script. Okay, this place you can only see the raw script. That's all. But you cannot do any editing updation here in the screen. You can only do editing and updation by clicking the develop script only.
It looks like it didn't save your last update, because if you see in step number 4, it shows 3 instead of 0.
Yeah. Give me a second. The screen is frozen now.
Oh,
Okay. The argument is say 0. I just want to say this, and then I'm replaying this. Yeah. Now you can see it is launching. It is providing the username and password, and then clicking the flight option. Now you can see it is selecting Frankfurt. Okay. Yeah. The first time I showed you, right? Now I'm going to replay again. You can see it is giving the username and password. It's clicking the flight. Now you can see it is selecting Sydney. Okay, I'm going to show you for the third time. It is giving the username and password. Now you can see it is again. See, this is a randomly picking each and every value. When you are iterating for multiple times, say like here is the run logic. In the run block, you can expand it. This is the one you're going to exit it. This action block only. So if you are making the proper settings here, you can execute this test for multiple times. Say this is how you can do a random picking. This is how you can do a random picking of the value. Okay, and also I'll explain a lot of additional features like verify, object verification, object identification. Those stuffs will be there in the toolbox. Okay, uh, this is an example that I want to show you guys, like how randomly you can pick a value. How randomly you can pick a value. The only thing is that, like, if you put 0, the arrival cities keep on taking the random values for each and every iteration, because there are times the developer team will ask you, no, don't use the same data again and again, don't use the same test data again and again. That time you have to make the random picking of the arrival city. The simple way is you can change the ordinal into 0, then it will take the random options. Okay, you guys are able to understand it, right? If you have any question, you can ask.
Yeah, one more question here.
Yeah.
Actually, flight 2 is there, right? Denver and all. Suppose
Yeah.
if both list boxes are showing the same number, maybe this is a dummy test application. So if
Okay.
both are maybe selected a Denver, it may be pass. But in the real-time application, if you select both are the same, fly and 2, maybe it's not acceptable. Is in that situation, can we able to throw error that you have to choose another option instead of Denver like that, or how it will work?
See, that is what. Here I showed you a simple procedure. if you expand this, no, there are different things are there. You are able to see here the icon, whatever I'm showing you.
Yeah, 3 icons are showing.
Yeah, 3 icons are there. Wherever, whichever, say there are different methods available. Only you can write a JavaScript. Okay. Other than you have a parameter method available. You can select it. Based on that, you can do your parameterization. But the error throwing, right? That error throwing has to be happen from the application end. If you are not properly selecting, that error has to be happen from the application end. But you can write your own custom scripting to internally print something. But that is not going to be useful for your load testing. But for the sake of writing, you can do it. Yeah, it is possible. But usually the error has to be received from the application side, and you have to do the validation. That is the right procedure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, if the object properties changes frequently, so what we can do for that?
See, that is what I told you. There are different things are there. I told you, right? Here, ID methods are there, right? This ID
Okay.
methods. If
Okay.
you scroll down like this, you can see automatic is there, XPath is there, JavaScript is there, scriptars is there. There are different methods are available. You can use in the training session. I will explain each and everything in a detailed manner, like why we are using this, in what scenario you will use this different ID methods.
Okay.
I answer your question, Mr.
Yeah. Suppose if I am getting the XPath from the inspect element in Chrome or
Firefox. You
Firebug
can use
from
Firefox.
Firefox. Yeah. So even then, like maybe frequently, dynamically, the object properties changes, because in one of the application I've seen the object properties changes frequently. So the XPath also changes. So that time, how we can capture that?
Say
And I think during the load test, it will not identify the object.
that is what you show me that example when we are having our training session. No, you show me that
Okay.
kind of example. We all will see that how I am how I am taking that the expert
Oh,
or the JavaScript. See why I'm saying JavaScript. I know many people have heard about Selenium as well, right? Like Selenium
yeah. Yes.
or the UFT. See,
Yeah.
there in automation, people are using this JavaScript and the XPath only for maximum coverage. So the
Yeah.
percentage coverage they are using this only to identify this kind of an object. Okay.
Okay.
So definitely we will be able to do that. Definitely we will be able to do that. We'll see that. If you could show me that example, I will definitely make that working. Okay.
We can use regular expression, I think, to
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
for
So
the XPath identity.
yeah, you
Because
can
in
use.
Selenium, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Okay. See, again, I'm showing you the course content. We have very extensive the lists are available. We'll go in detail each and every topic related to TrueClient protocol. Going forward, it is not only web HTTP HTML protocol. The TrueClient protocol also will be very useful in doing that. But one thing you should keep in your mind: the number of users that you are running using TrueClient protocol will be very less when compared to web HTTP HTML protocol. Okay, don't think like it is one and the same. Here you are recording the scenario on an object level, right? So the weightage of the script, the size of the script is very high in TrueClient protocol when you are comparing to the HTTP HTML protocol. In HTTP HTML protocol, the size of the script will be 4 MB or 5 MB. That is how the size of the script will be there. But if you are going for TrueClient protocol, it will be 40 MB or 50 MB or 60 MB, the size of the protocol I'm saying. So in a machine, you can run very minimum user load when you are using the TrueClient protocol. In a machine, you can use close to 200 to 400 user for the web HTTP HTML protocol. So make sure when you are running the TrueClient protocol, the number of users will be little less. Okay, that is the only thing. Other than that,
So
there are a lot of benefits in the TrueClient protocol.
so it takes more memory to execute the
Yeah,
test.
yeah. We see, as you could see now, it is working with the object level, right? Text box,
Yeah.
username, text box, password, like that. It is object. It is getting that information, storing it, right? So it is taking little more memory footprint. Other than
Okay.
that, it is quite a easy protocol to implement it. Only thing you have to keep in mind is this memory footprint alone.
Okay. So for this, in the runtime settings, can we select run as a process instead of
See, that
thread?
is what those things I'll explain to you. But that is a difference between this web HTTP and HTML. The
Okay.
understanding that we are having there, right? You cannot similarly take it here in TrueClient protocol for some reason. I'll explain those things when you are doing our
Okay.
trainings. Okay,
Hmm.
because it is not that apple to apple. We need to have the different approach because it is all
Okay.
object oriented, right? You need to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
have one
what is
more
the
doubt.
difference?
Yep, please.
Actually, in the same application, if you are recording this one in the HTTP protocol and TrueClient protocol, different protocols, two recordings. If we run the application, will I get the same response results or it will be vary?
It is obvious it will not be same. It is not same because in HTTP HTML protocol, this browser level content will not be loaded. This browser level content will not be loaded in HTTP HTML. Here it is browser level, right? So a small difference, that delta will be there in the response time. Small difference will be there.
But how can we
Only the
justify to how can we manage or how can we justify to the client like this is the response results is coming more than the web?
see that is what see just a minute. See, whenever you are recording, I just write it like this. Whenever you are recording, you are recording from browser. Okay, your application is here. Example. Okay, your application is here. You are recording from browser. What this tool will do, this LoadRunner tool, it will sits in the middle. It will try to record the request that you are sending. Okay, the request that you are sending. LoadRunner tool is here. Okay, whenever you are sending some request, sorry, whenever you are sending some request, the LoadRunner will take the copy of the request and it will send to the application. The LoadRunner will take the copy of the response and it will send to the browser again. Okay, this is while recording. This is while recording, correct? While
Yes.
replay, there is nothing called browser because LoadRunner tool will communicate to the application. This entire half is missing. This entire half is missing in the case of web HTTP HTML protocol. Okay, so this level of response time is missing. This the data receiving and sending it to the browser, right? That level of information is missing in HTTP HTML. But in TrueClient, that is actually happening. That is the reason we are able to see whatever is happening in the screen itself. You can see in the right hand side screen, you are typing the username, you are typing the password, you are able to see each and everything, right? That is the reason I'm saying this browser related metrics are included in TrueClient protocol. There will be a small delta between the response time that you are receiving for a web HTTP HTML and then a TrueClient protocol. That small difference will be there.
Okay, that is replay. What about the load? If both are executed with 100 users load, so
Yes.
obviously, as per your communication, responses will be vary.
Yeah.
So then, if customer doesn't know about these protocols and all, then he will ask like why the results are vary in the same tool, like web and TrueClient. So we can say this is object level, that is request level. We can say. So then he will ask which one is the correct one for my application. How can we justify that?
Mhm. See, that is what. In this case, why we bringing TrueClient protocol is to get the front end metric. this browser level metric. When we are bringing the TrueClient protocol, that is the only objective. If the customer is saying that, you have to explain them that there are different layers: web server, app server, DB server, and then browser. Okay. Once you want to cover those 3 layers, you use a web HTTP HTML protocol. You want to cover all the 4 layers, you use TrueClient protocol. That is how we have to convince them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
What is the difference between TrueClient and TrueWeb protocols?
See, both are different. Now the world is moving towards developer doing certain activity in the unit level testing. Okay, there are organizations, no, the developer themselves doing some kind of a testing related to performance. That is the true web, where they can write the unit, JUnit, NUnit, those they'll call it certain frameworks and all, right? That kind of an implementations are available in true web. TrueClient is only the after the implementation. I'm saying after the implementation, there is a JavaScript concepts and Ajax concepts are developed, right? That time you are using this TrueClient.
Okay.
See, I don't know, those are using Neoload tool. No, they brought this concept called YAML scripting. YAML scripting. Okay, YAML scripting.
Okay.
To compete with that, to compete with the Neoload tool, these guys brought in this TrueWeb. In the market, they have competition, right? Those guys brought in the YAML, these guys brought in this TrueWeb.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Another question.
How many
Sarona.
days is the course duration?
See, it is designed for 10 hours of session. Okay, 10 hours of session, but usually how I will do, no, I will complete the course and I will give some 2 to 3 classes buffer for the students to do lot of hands-on experience. You bring in lot of questions so that I will make you little more clear as well. See, Irshad also asked one question, right? He is having some dynamic left boundary, right boundary, those kind of a question if you guys are bringing in, which will be lot more interactive session. So what will I do? It is not only course content. See, that is not the right way, right? If I prepare something, if I am putting you in those stuffs, it is not the right way. What I'll do, I will complete my course content, along with I will take your the problem statement as well, so that it will be little more interactive, the course completion. Okay, so it will be like this. The content will be completed in 10 hours itself, but I'll give you another 2 to 3 sessions for you guys to come up with the questions.
So
Any
it will be
training
there for
material?
weekends also?
What, one at a time, please. What is that?
Weekends also class is there?
No, it will not be there. It is a weekday classes.
Only 5 days. Okay.
Yeah, 5 days.
Okay.
Somebody asked question.
Saran, I've seen one scenario while my friend was executing the load test in the TrueClient protocol. The script was working fine in VUGen, but it was not working in controller. So what could be the issue?
See, this issue not only for TrueClient, this will happen for almost in Citrix, RDP, lot of protocols it will happen. But the basic thing is, first thing you have to go and verify your application is working fine. Don't think like why these guys are getting like this. Many people will do this mistake. When the application is down, they will explore it in the tool. So first thing is manually go and check that application is working fine, and then coming back to the tool. You check all your prerequisites are working fine. Say your agents are running in the controller machine, your load generator machines. This LoadRunner agents I'm saying, the agents are working fine. When you are not properly connecting this load generator, that will also throw an error. And then go to your controller log, this error log. Try to understand what is that error related to. Is it something related to the parameterized value or the custom script that you have written? So you have to make sure those steps, and then you move on to the runtime setting. whether your runtime setting is properly set in or what, whether you are giving a wrong runtime setting. Those things are the critical things. You have to go one by one each and everything, and then you make sure whether it is a issue with application or issue with the script. Okay. See, if you are asking me, right, I have this much experience. I always find fault on me first. It is my
Okay.
intention, because I will try to find mistake on me, whether I did mistake, then only I can, when I'm sure I don't have any mistake, I'm perfect, then only I can go to the receiver and saying that you did mistake, because that is the right way, right? So you make
Yeah.
sure all these checkings. It is like a
Okay.
checklist itself. You have to check your application working. You have to check your script working in local. You have to check your runtime setting. You have to check your error logs. You have to check your user logs and everything. These
Okay.
things, everything you make sure whether it is working fine. You have to check your controller. You have to check your load generator. You have to check your load generator agents are running. All these things you have to make sure, and then you have to validate it. It is all case to case. Each and everything you have to go by one, and then you can go to the point where
Okay.
that actual issue is happening.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Just another question from my side. What is the socket level recording in TrueClient protocol?
See, that is what true. This LoadRunner is having these two understanding, right? One is owned by the Windows machine. The one is owned by the LoadRunner itself. Okay,
Okay.
Win9 is nothing but Windows machine itself has owned. Socket is owned
Okay.
by the LoadRunner, right? So they are
Mhm.
using that level to communicate it. Say,
Okay.
you heard of Fiddler? Fiddler,
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Wireshark.
Yeah. That is to monitor the network traffic.
Oh, yeah, network level communication, right? Similar
Yeah.
way. This is
Yeah.
also working the similar way. Network level, they are doing that communication. That is a socket. They'll call.
Oh.
The socket. These are machine level understanding, machine level terminologies, maybe. Okay.
Okay.
So it is communicating in that layer. You are saying socket layer, socket level.
Mhm.
Okay, that
Okay.
is what.
Okay.
Okay. If you guys do not have any question, we'll wrap up today's demo session. I hope you guys are got all your queries clarified. We'll keep up the same momentum. We'll keep up the same dialogue sessions instead of monologue. We'll have a dialogue sessions. We'll complete our the course journey successfully. Okay. Thanks all for joining. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.